Yeah, he said, "Oh, you know what? Somebody knows number whatnot." So he was trying to sell a high sign and stuff like that. They said a year on the what do you call it? I don't want to hallucinate too hard. Let's go a little buttery, just at least, because the cluster's been going on for about a week and a half. So let's go buttery at least a little bit. Let's go wet a little bit, just a little bit. And so a year a day and a month a day. Oh, you see the high sign though, right? You see how that goes? That track is like really messed up. That zigzag is like just the worst deformed thing you could ever look at. You would ever could look at. You know what I mean? And so he just bagged what 20 some odd million, right? We said that from like that was from the beginning, right? And I just bagged him, right? So he just bagged that. Now he's gonna go flee the country, right? And stuff like that, and stuff like that. And so that was my inclination of telekinesis alone. But he was just trying to bag so much money because, like, and so let's say go to Clinton. Let's entertain the idea. Let's go to the Clinton Foundation and I'll premature about that, and then somebody rather. And so even if she is disloyal, instead he is a do nothing Democrat or so done nothing in a way politician, a career politician. No, I'm not going to get into politics about it. Like, and so what the loyalty of it is saying, so I just assumed he paid what 25 million. Well, he paid more than that, right? He paid like 25 million, right? And he had a modest home in Vermont and a modest home, and he had a modest home in Vermont and a summer home in Vermont too, right? In the lower end or whatever. Anyway, so given that, and so what happened there? What? Anyway, you know, anyways, in any case, you know, so and I mean, as I read something like that, and you're like, oh, you know what, you got a nice line. It actually turned out to not be a weed; it's actually a sunflower, and so. And so, and people are high tensions, of course. When you inject that kind of like money into that economy, you're looking at like I don't even know what you're talking about, really. But like you know what I'm saying, if you inject that kind of money into the lower economy, you're expecting something in return, and it doesn't seem like you seem like you're waiting for results, and you're gonna do a stress test, and you do a stress test on the economy, and you're gonna do a thorough, rigorous form of it too. So. Let's leave, you know what I'm saying? Being in the midst of this all year round, I'm gonna be on observations of the whole thing, and along my thin line or whatnot. I make sure I stay reasonable and speak my terms of saving my family and whatnot. So, and I don't care if you're someone from Kentucky, if I don't think I have an accent from Georgia, and I don't think I'm a first generation or whatnot. Okay, all angles of what you said earlier, what you said earlier on how people don't have a physical address and stuff like that, and having octopus arms and stuff like that. That's that's cornering, you know what I mean? So, oh wait, no, I say allied. I say allied. And so, everybody's keep it more fervor. Keep it fervor. Man, about something. Oh, what about it? What time was statute of limitations, man? I don't know if that was for real or what not. I don't even know if that wasn't. Let's see, going back in the background. So oligarchy is a long look. You know what? Argentina, first of all, it's a group. Second of all, it's not the Wu-Tang Clan. Okay, second of all, I had 7, four of them killed off each other. Now there's 2 left. And one Panda Gobi, I think his name is. Something or other. So whether you say Kofi or Finite has something against you, whether you say Queen didn't make it because of something that you won't address, whether you say Zigdan didn't bump Queen with his nose and then just make her distraught, whether you say Nigel is not what you think he is, or whether you say coherent finite is just J Trilla, and or whatever. What you could say statute of limitations. You try to solutionate and be like, oh well, play the lines. You're crossing over, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. You're kind of right, dude. Because what I mean. I have to play that role again. But if you magnify it, then you kind of like say you kind of say, well, it's kind of old news. It's almost like saying. It's almost like it's old news already. It's like kind of like something that you try to underscore as like as an added extra more effort into it. So I have to exert more effort into the negative energy into it that's already into it. So you're saying, so it's making it counterproductive to say, oh, okay, well that's about it, and that's always going to be about it. So whether that is, whether you shine light on it or not, then which you whether something. Like, well, I mean, I don't know. Statute of limitations, that's all I mean, who is that? What is CSW boosters that? Who is this? Ernst Borders at the mall? I mean, it's in the mall, and you guys about any of that, man. So, it was a violation. New York, it's New York, you see some big surprise? No, I didn't, man. I didn't care. I didn't really see a big surprise. Did you get depressed when you seen a big surprise? Maybe you did. Maybe you feel like you have a different ideology. Maybe you do. Maybe you haven't watched enough TV. Maybe you didn't have thought about enough things. Maybe you haven't like really just walked the streets and just like did shit. Like just like do nothing, book your time off, and like don't really care about life and stuff like that. And paid and not paid, but like had some type of karma induced onto you. No, I'm not charging that anyway. Fuck that. Bottom line, rude's rude, okay? But if it's instead of a grandiose idea, be like, oh, such and such, and be like, hey, there's campus security. Hey, I'm just checking in on you. I'm right here, man. I'm fucking right here, just trying to read because I'm taking meds. And I mean, so what about it? After that, they say you go on the services. Oh, peer. And no, so now, whatever you make of that, adult education doesn't coincide with your education, doesn't coincide with 4-year degrees, doesn't coincide with such and such. What you think? I'm illiterate, such and such. Not you personally, but in general, as a facilitator. In general.